Head first, head first.
Patrick from BD. Dave with his walleye. Good job.
Hey guys, Matthew Hamilton here with Western PA Anglers. I wanted to do a quick video on tips for fishing tiger muskie in Pennsylvania. First things first, if you're going to target them, you're going to need a net. You're going to need a net to hold them. This acts like a live well. Basically, if you see over here, when I put the net down, you're just going to let them chill in it after you catch it and net it. This reduces distress, and this also gives you time to let it chill so you can do what you need to do to get the tools necessary to get the muskie out of the net. So this is a must if you're going to target them.
Ah, yeah!
Second thing is you're going to want a muskie rod. You're going to want something, if you're trolling, if you're bait fishing, if you're casting. Trolling and bait fishing, I use an 8'6" medium heavy rod. It's made, mine's Shimano Tularoa. I also have a Convector CV30D bait line counter on it. This is a must. If you're going to fish for big fish, you're going to want to be able to control them. Do not use a rod like this to catch muskie. I mean, you can, but your chances of landing that fish go down big time. I'm not saying you can't catch them like this, but the quicker you catch them, the better it is to release them quicker. So get a rod that you know you can control it. This is a downrigger rod. These are used for salmon fishing on the Great Lakes. I love this for muskie fishing. I'm able to control that muskie. So I also use 60-pound braid, Power Pro. I also back it with a 20-pound mono just for a filler. It's a must. Have these big rods are a must if you're going to be trolling and bait fishing for them. Also, casting wise, I use a St. Croix Mojo Muskie. This is a 7'6" medium heavy graphite rod with fluorocarbon leader. I don't use any steel leaders unless they're real small. I'm working lures. For trolling and bait fishing, you want to go long leader. And what I use is I use fluorocarbon for everything. I usually go 3 to 4 foot on my leader. This is, and I like going heavier, but this is, I have 60-pound fluorocarbon, and this works for them really good. They're not able to bite through it, and if they roll, you're not damaging the fish if you're using a steel leader. So this is why this is a must for muskie fishing, using fluorocarbon leader. Okay, a lot of guys have asked me what my setup was for using crick chubs. It's basically, I got a nice 3.5 foot leader. This is fluorocarbon, and I just used a small little egg sinker. a lot of guys don't like to use these, but I use circle hooks for the crick chubs because you can't use quick strikes on them. They're not as big as suckers. But I do not recommend for you to set the drag so the muskie can take it. What I like to do is hang it off the boat. I usually drop it 3 to 4 foot. Once the muskie hits it, set the hook. Don't let it run because you don't want to gut hook them and kill the fish. So I use them. I use these circle hooks to get it right away in the mouth. 100% it's effective if you don't let them run. So this is the way I do it. Quick strike rigs for suckers, you can let them run a little bit because the rubber band method set design so they don't gut hook the fish or anything. So that's the way I fish for bait fishing for tiger muskies. Also, I like to always, you can run 3 rods on Pennsylvania. I'll run possibly 2 if I'm by myself, and then I always cast. You want to at least up your chances on casting. Muskie, they feel the vibration through their lateral lines. They could fill it up to, I believe, 50 yards or 50 feet. It's one of the two. So you want to constantly cast. It ups your chance. And then say they're not interested in the bait in your lure, they're going to see the live bait and they're going to slam it. It happens to me a lot, all the time. So make sure you're always casting too if you're going to use live bait. Okay, now rod holders on my boat. You want to get anything, you know, if you're not paying attention, you're trolling and the muskie slams down, it's not going to be able to rip it out. So I use these Cabela quick draws and I put the rod holder in there, and how I quick draw is you just pull it back and it takes it out. Also, I use these east down rod holders, so if you're going to get the bite and it goes down, it's not going anywhere. And how you set the hook is you just lift up like that. So these are a must, good rod holders. I have a couple of them. I also have, as you can tell over here, I have the clamp on quick draws right here, and I have another east down. So rod holders are a must for muskie fishing. Got him. Another must for muskie fishing, or tiger muskie fishing we'll say in PA, is what I call a bump board. This, you're able to put the muskie on for a quick measurement and then take a quick picture and release it as quick as possible. All bump boards go up to 60 inches and they're all foldable. What I like doing, and I recommend it, before you put the fish down, always get it wet a little bit. Get it wet a little bit. That way you're not putting it on the dry board, and measure it quick. So these are must to get accurate measurements and get it back in the water as soon as possible. .41. Another thing we use for muskie fishing is you want long pliers because they have teeth and you're going to be getting in the mouth to pull the hooks out. So long pliers. I use long pliers and I also use regular size. So pliers are a must. And then if it gets, we'll just say if shit gets real and you can't get that hook out, mine are rusty, so I need to get another pair and clean them. But you want to be able to cut the hook to save that muskie. So that's a must.
Ready?
Yep. Be careful with it.
No, I'm trying to.
Here, give it to me.
You're just gonna leave the hook in?
No.
Huh?
No.
Watch that hook, that thing's really in him.
Give it to me. 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 Give it to
Better get them in the water, man. I just cut the line.
You gotta get the hook out.
You want the pliers?
I got it.
There you go, you got it.
Hold on. If you like to troll and you have multiple lines, these are a must. These offshore planter boards. You got your left and you got your right with the tattle flag. You don't have to use tattle flag because a muskie's going to probably sink this board anyways, but these tattle flags are nice because you get the hit, it's going to take it down. So these are a must to control your lines. You don't have to use them, but if you're running multiple lines, I definitely recommend these offshore planter boards. Also have a mini one, it works too, but yeah, these are a must.
Hooked up here on the planter boards. Little musk coming up.
I don't have much line.
He's in the net.
I don't have much line. You get him?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's in the net. Yeah, I got him in on the underswipe. Hey, he's small, but that's a muskie boy. We gotta break the ice somehow. Good job, dog.
Another must is this trolling motor. A lot of guys, they like using foot pedals. If you're casting, get a foot pedal, it works. I use the iPilot. I'm able to anchor lock anytime to work on a position. I'm able to move anytime I need to. So it's a nice, and it's all with this controller here. So a good trolling motor is a must if you're in a boat muskie fishing. You can tell I could go down. I could put it in spot where I'm not moving, and it puts it in anchor lock. And this is a GPS trolling motor. It's really good, guys. I definitely recommend a good trolling motor. Spend the money. Another key, you don't have to. A lot of guys will take boats out with just trolling motors, but I use a nice Mercury 9.9 to get me where I need to go and get off the water fast if I need to, if a thunderstorm rolls in and it's pretty bad. So that's another key. And of course, good batteries. I use a EverStart up front or in the back, and an EverStart in the back also with another battery in the back. Another one is a fish finder. The idea is basically you just want to read water temp. You want to see the weed beds and everything. So really getting a decent one. I use a GPS Hummingbird. So it pinpoints where the weed beds are, what the water temps, how fast you're going, and you can plot points. I don't have it on right now, but this is the fish finder I use. It's definitely a good key for muskie fishing. Also, when using live bait, I wanted to show you it's important to store the bait. I use a live well that's built into my boat. So it has a bulge pump, and I'm able to keep live bait in there and keep it alive. So it's vital for bait fishing, making sure your bait stays alive. And I use this little net to get the guys out. All my suckers are gone. Like I said, I trap my own bait, but very important to keep your bait bait alive. You want them to have a lot of action when they're on the end of your line. Another key thing for muskie fishing is patience. A good day of muskie fishing is seeing one or a follow. You can get many, many, many skunk days, right?
Okay.
So have patience, okay?
Okay. Oh no, the arrow is broke.
Have patience.
Picture.
Patience.
Out he goes.
Okay, say have patience.
No picture.
Okay, thank you. Also, if you like lure fishing, you want to get musky tackle boxes. These lures are always long, they're big, so you want to be able to put your lures in a nice tall tackle box. As you can tell, I mean, there's some long lures here. So you want to be able to organize them and put them in a nice tackle box. If you're more of a bank fisherman, this is good for boat, but if you're more for a bank fisherman, you can get one like a carry-on. And this is the same thing. It's tall, it carries a lot, so you want to be able to go on the go, then get a carry-on. Also, bait fishing, I have hooks, so that works. So the most important thing to do is when you catch a tiger muskie is take a quick picture, measure it, and then get it back in the water ASAP. They have to be 40 to be legal in PA. I recommend you release them, but it's your calling. If you want to keep one that's legal, you keep it, but the best thing to do is to release it. That way it's there to catch it again in the future when it gets bigger. So you can fish tiger muskie all year in PA. Spawning doesn't affect tiger muskie since they're sterile. A lot of guys don't like to target them when they're spawning, but you don't have to worry about tiger muskie. Some will spawn. You have that very small percent, but they're sterile, so it really doesn't matter. With purebreds, you do want to leave them alone, let them lay their eggs and everything. You could fish them all year round, like I said. They are more vital when it comes to warm water, so when you're dealing with summer weather, you want to hurry up and not handle them as much as you want. You know, you don't want to overhandle them. 78 degrees on the water temp is usually what I push it to, and then I just quit fishing for them because it gets too warm and they die fast. So you don't want to push the water temps over 78. 80 is bad. You definitely do not want to fish these tiger muskie when the water temps hit 80. But like I said, the key thing is fish for them, have fun, make sure you have the right tools. These fish are very fun to fish for. If you have any questions, comment and we'll answer them the best we can. I mean, I'm not the best at tiger muskie fishing, but I like doing it. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to throw a link to all our tiger muskie videos in the description. Check them out. If you're new to our channel, subscribe and follow us. We also fish walleye, steelhead, trout, catfish. Alright guys, see you later.